Hello and welcome once again to Jacob's Toys 5-minute figure reviews. Please do like, share, subscribe and all of those things. All support to the channel is very much appreciated. In this video we are taking a look at the X-Men wave, the Build-A-Figure Chode, I think, I can never pronounce that correctly. In this video we are taking a look at the Kid Omega figure, the Quintavious Choir, aka Kid Omega. Now, it's a relatively new character. I came out in like the early 2000s. Heavily tied in with the X-Men, basically joined Xavier's Institute after it was rebuilt, I think it was, and he kind of just goffed out. He, came in as a pupil. He's got like genius level like mind, and yeah, he became one of Xavier's favourites. He's got telekinesis and he can project things, hence the reason we've got this gun here. And then this particular figure is in his kind of superhero costume, shall we say, but he did have a much better look. So he joined the Institute and he was quite, what should we say, quite low key, and then he kind of got this pink mohawk and started wearing biker boots and denim jackets and very much like the Spider Punk kind of outfits, and that was a much better look in my opinion in the comic books. And when you think about the character, you kind of think of that punk, that kind of 80s punk look. So I was surprised that they gave us this version, because this is, as I said, like his superhero costume that came later on, and it's just not as exciting. It's basically just a black body with the pink lines. It comes with two additional hands. Now they're gripping hands and not trigger hands, which I find a little bit odd considering they've given us a gun with him, so he can't actually put his finger on the trigger. And the gun in itself is quite detailed. I've got to give kind of credit where credit's due. The actual weapon is quite detailed. It's wicked that it's in this kind of translucent pink plastic, because obviously it represents his powers of telekinesis and that kind of stuff and projection. But yeah, when I heard that they were doing a Quintavious Choir, a Kid Omega, I got quite excited. I thought, especially with Spider-Punk having a couple of figures, they would have kind of utilised parts of him. But no, they gave us his superhero costume, which I'm sure to some people will be a plus, but for me is a bit of a disappointment. Now, in regards to the actual figure itself, it's not too bad. It's pretty much built on the Amazing Fantasy 1 Spider-Man body, I believe. That's the same one, so it's got the butterfly shoulders, so he's got quite a bit of articulation and flexibility, but it's just, yeah, it's not really needed for this character. Yeah, I just think that they could have done a better costume choice. But we have him, so he's definitely one of the newer X-Men characters. As I said, kind of the early 2000s is when he debuted, and it's kind of cool that they're building out that earlier roster, but he has got this weird kind of double ab crunch that you got on the Spider-Man figure. Now on the Spider-Man figure it obviously made sense because you could get him into some Spider-Man-esque poses, but for this particular figure and character it doesn't really make sense. He was also tied in with Phoenix as well, and Jean Grey and Wolverine, and there's a whole storyline about if I remember it correctly, it's about the Phoenix fragmenting, and I'm pretty sure he held the Phoenix, or a part of it at least, for a little while. So there was a lot that they could have done with this particular character, and I don't know, I do feel a little bit let down. I mean, it is great that we can add him to the collection. It is great that, we can finally add Kid Omega to the lineup, especially if you're collecting the newer mutants that there have been, as opposed to the kind of classic ones. So yes, that's a definite plus. And as far as his costume goes, this is very accurate to the comic books. The paint works good, the line works good, and it is very accurate to the comic books, but I just don't think it's his most exciting or recognisable looks. I definitely would have preferred the punk one. And the body choice, although they've made it into kind of a teen, like late teen, early 20s body type, so this shape and this size does work. It is odd that they've used the Spider-Man buck as a base, and because the Spider-Man had the web wings as well, he had like those translucent web wings that we saw on Amazing Fantasy 15 that plugged into the back of his arms. This figure also has those weird plugs, which again is a little bit odd. If you have a look underneath the arms, you can actually see those plugs. Let me see if I can actually, yeah, I can get it there, hang on. Yeah, so it's just there. I don't know if you can pick it up on camera, but yeah, they're just there, which is just a bizarre one. But overall, it's cool that we got the figure. massively disappointed it wasn't his other costume. But there we go. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please do like, share, subscribe and all of those things. And do check out my channel for some other 5-minute figure reviews from this wave and many more. So until next time, I'll see you soon.